Friends, I just heard an amazing Dvar Torah, and I wanted to give it over to you, because you also deserve some unbelievable Torah. In this week's Parsha, Parshat Ki Teitzeh, we find out about a lot of amazing mitzvahs, and one of my favorites is in chapter 22, verse 6 and 7. The Torah tells us, Ki yakareh ken tzipor lefanecha baderech. When you find a nest of a bird on the way, b'chol eto al aret efrochim ubeitzim, and there's eggs or fledglings on the way, and the mother is sitting on the fledglings or the eggs. Lo tikach ha'em al banim. Don't take the mother on the children. Shalech tishalech ha'em v'tabanim tikach lecha. Send away the mother, and the children you can take for yourself. Lamani tavlach v'arachta yamim. In order that it should be good for you, and you should have lengthy days. So what's really fascinating about this mitzvah are the last 5 words. Do this mitzvah because it'll be good for you and you'll have lengthy days. Why of all mitzvahs, the 613 mitzvahs, do we specifically for the mitzvah of sending away the mother bird get this promise of long life? Whether it means long life in this life or in the next life, okay, the Gemara discusses it. But if mitzvahs are good for us, shouldn't every mitzvah have this guarantee of long life? I know what you're thinking. There is another mitzvah which gets a guarantee of harichas yamim, and that mitzvah is kibud av. There are 2. The Torah tells us in 10 Commandments that if you do kibud av, if you respect your parents, you'll have long life. But that only makes my question further stronger. Why these 2 mitzvahs? They just seem so random. Sending away the mother bird, being nice to animals, respecting your parents. They're both nice mitzvahs. But why are these the only 2 mitzvahs in the Torah where we get this promise of long life? So before we answer that, or try to answer that, we're going to step back a moment and ask ourselves, what is the reasoning for this mitzvah? So of course, we don't know the reasonings. The Gemara is very clear that the Torah is the Gzeros of Hashem, and we can only make our best guess. But we do have Gedolim, great Rishonim, who made suggestions. So the Rambam, Maimonides, famously suggests like this. It's about compassion. You want to kill, you're hungry, the animal or the babies, okay. But don't kill them both together. Don't make the mother watch the demise of her own child. That's cruel. So it's reminding us not to be cruel. It's a beautiful explanation. Makes a lot of sense. The phraseology is a bit strange. Shouldn't the pasuk have then said, don't take the mother lifnei abanim, or don't take the banim lifnei ha'em, before the eyes? What does it mean, don't take the mother on the child? The language is strange. It's also a bit strange. Why is this only true by birds? What if a mother cow, how come there's no issur for a mother cow to watch the killing of her young calf only by chickens? So we can make suggestions, but that's the Rambam's approach. And it doesn't answer us about the connection between this and Arichos Yamim in Kibud Av. Nachmanides, Ramban, has an alternative suggestion. And he says it's basically a form of species extinction. You have the father generation, the mother generation, and you have the new generation. You're killing them both in the same day. It's like you're killing the whole species. And so it's to remind us to be thoughtful about, okay, you want to take, that's okay, but don't kill the whole species. Be aware of your environment. Don't mess up the environment that Hashem has created. So again, it's a very beautiful explanation. The environmentalists are going to like it a lot. However, why only by birds? There's still some holes in the theory. It's not really species extinction, but it does give us a little bit of a hint. It connects a little bit the dots between this mitzvah and Kibud Av. By Kibud Av, we know that it's about the generations, the father and the son, the mother and the son. Here too, it's about the species in different generations, about respect for the different generations. That leads me to answer number 3, which is really Rabbi David Foreman's answer that one of his students told him. And this whole Dvar Torah is from Rabbi David Foreman in Aleph Beta. May they be blessed to continue to spread Torah as they do. The suggestion is like this. It's not so easy to catch a bird. So how are we catching the bird? Birds can fly. But this farmer, he's smart. What does he do? He waits till the mother uses her motherly instincts, sits down on her eggs, and then holds it against her to get her and her eggs a 2-for-1 for breakfast and for lunch. And here lies the problem. You're using the natural motherly instincts against her. That's cruel. The Torah wants us to be sensitive, to respect the motherly and the fatherly instincts. And that is why it's Aim al Banim, the mother on the children. She's on her child. She's protecting her children. That's too much. That's cruel to kill them on the same day. Now we understand what this has to do with Kibbut Av V'Aim. There too, it's about the respect of the motherly and fatherly instincts. That's what every child must have. And that's why it makes perfect sense. Midah Keneged Midah. If you use your motherly, respected the previous generations, you'll be granted long life to see future generations. Midah Keneged Midah. Unbelievable. There's one more piece to make this so beautiful. We know that the stories and the laws in the Torah are interconnected. This is something Rabbi Foreman very often talk about. I talk about it all the time in these parshas, and love to send more parsha videos explaining the laws of the Torah and the stories, how they're intertwined, and they really comment on one another. Here's a great example of that. Where's the only other time in the Torah where we have the phrase Aim al Banim? Okay, click in your Bar Ilan, click in your Google search. It's in the story in Parshat Vayishlach when Yaakov is about to meet up with his brother Esav. And he is scared that Esav is going to kill, in this reunion, his whole family, his children, and the wives. And what's the language of the pasuk? So precise with every letter. Pasuk Yud Beis, Perek Lamed Beis. Hatzleini miyam yadechi, miyad Esav, ki yireh anochi oto pen yavo, v'hikani eim al banim. I'm scared, God, save me, lest he smite mother on child. In other words, the Rachels, the Leahs, are going to stay back to protect their children, and Esav is going to take advantage to kill both of them on the same day. And that's what Yaakov is afraid of. Now we understand what Yaakov's true fear was, now that we understand the laws in the Torah. And perhaps this also sheds light on the fact that Esav, what did Chazal say his special mitzvah was? Kibbut Av. He respected Yitzchak. That's why he was rewarded with long life. That's why his progeny lasts a long time. And Yaakov saying his mitzvah is respect for parents. That's why he won't kill me. But now I'm afraid that he's going to go against that. And he's going to kill mother and son, go against the instincts of Kibbut Av V'Aim. Hashem, don't let him do that. That's what Yaakov Avinu is davening for. It all fits together so beautifully. And what's the takeaway? Of course, respect, sensitivity to animals, to all creatures, certainly to our parents. But the real takeaway for me is the beauty and the complexity of every word of the Torah, every phrase in the Torah. You thought it's just random to give a Arichas Yamim for these two mitzvahs. Every detail of the Torah has meaning. It may take us hundreds or thousands of years till we figured out the puzzle. And we're still working on figuring it out. But Bezrat Hashem should give us eyes to see the purity, the complexity, the depths in the Torah Kedosha. May you have a beautiful Shabbos. I hope you enjoyed. Please send it to your friends, our Parsha video, and may you be blessed. Good Shabbos.